Whoa. There we go. Maybe it wasn't pushed forward. Go a little bit more back forward. Wave's eventually going to be easier, but it's still going to take a lot to get used to because there's a really hard release. Maybe I could microclip there now. Nah, probably not. Maybe I could go early though. Maybe I could go like straight up just. That might be more consistent though. If it's really consistent and I can do it like right now, then I'll switch to that. Nah. It is not. So I feel like Wave might get consistent though. Only time will tell. Let's just oh, you can go. I can go too fast now. That's something that I could never do. That means my spamming's faster though. My spamming is faster, so I have to try this real quick. This won't do anything to my whatever. Hold on. That feels easier, even. And that has nothing to do with that. That's weird. That's really weird. But obviously that change is important, because now everything's easier. Yo, it's good. So you remember that, thing back, like a year ago? That basically it fixes your debounce time and your G502, and you tried it and it failed the update. So one, I know how to fix that if that happens, and two, I downloaded that and it actually is, it literally at least halves my release delay. My release delay is so much better now. There's basically like no release delay now. And it's not just release delay, it's like debounce time, so I can actually click faster too. This is the first time that I've ever played the game where my mouse has better release delay than my spacebar. It didn't work because your G502 didn't need it. Well, the thing is, if you, the thing is with your, if you have a G502 Hero, it'll work for any. All G502s, probably need to. So basically what it does is it changes the debounce time, which obviously, but the reason why, thinking here, Logitech has it set, the debounce time, like, super high, is because it starts to cause double clicks, which it's not gonna, like, screw up the mouse or anything. So basically, your mouse will start double clicking earlier. So basically, if you do it, your mouse will start double-clicking earlier, but you can just switch back and it'll stop again, and you'll get it for more time. But double-clicking issues is why it doesn't have that. I just did that whole strafe fly without looking. So now the chip and wave are going to become a lot easier for me when I get good at them. I still have to spend a lot of time getting consistent at them again. Basically, I had to relearn the ship, which took like multiple hours of playing. But I'm feeling pretty good about this session. That something's going to happen out of it. Dang it, no way I just died to that. That's literally the easiest thing in the entire game. Really, I just died to that? That was like, if I passed 37th, that was a surefire UFO attempt. But like with it, I can strafe fly so much better on 60. Like if I go to 60 here, I can literally strafe fly how I used to. It's crazy. How I used to on 180. My FPS seems more stable. Yeah. When I went and changed the minimum from 5% to 95 on my CPU, I changed the minimum. It completely stopped, or it removed a lot of my FPS going down because it can't go anywhere lower than 95. Which I guess takes more power or whatever, but I don't care. My PC's always plugged in anyway. 24/7. So I can do 240 on this level. I can like pretty stably run it. It's basically how 180 used to be before the milk incident with this PC. Like, it's developed so much in the way that it runs my frames. So at first it'd be 180, but it would actually stick more in the 160s, and then all the resetting and stuff, and then it kind of switched, and it was really stable at 180, but the highest I could go was 210. It really wouldn't go over. But now I can set it to 240, and it will stay in like the 230, 220 range. Pretty dang stably, but I'm not doing it with this level. Maybe later on, but I'm just not doing it with this level because it changes too many things, and I'd have to relearn the ship again. And I've already got this whole release delay change. Well, the thing is, it was on a balanced mode, and then I went to my graphics card. It was balanced. I set it to performance instead of power. And then I messed with my colors a little bit. I made them a little bit more bright, I guess. Which it didn't do much. It changed it a little bit. It makes everything just a little bit brighter. You don't want to go too high, though. But just like a small little tweak makes it look way nicer. And since I did that, I have not gotten blue screen since I changed the maximum to 99. So that might have been the issue. It might not be directly related to that, but like sort of related. The whole issue might be because of the fact that it had the ability to go over 100%. When it's set at max at 100%, there's a good chance, or there was a chance that my CPU was overloading. And that's what I expected was. I expected that it was my CPU and RAM and stuff overloading, and then just overclocking. So when I figured out about the clocking thing, I made sure that it wasn't doing that by setting it maximum to 99%. Which I genuinely do not know how that happened. Or why it does that, why it's trying to overperform for some reason. It might have been a setting that I messed with in the BIOS somehow, and I don't know how to fix it. It might have something to do with that. Because you can change whatever that is in your BIOS, I think. I think you can do that in your BIOS, and I might have accidentally messed with that. But it's not really going to affect me, I don't think, when I have it set to 99%, because I think that was the issue. I don't know yet. But I've been playing ever since I said it. I haven't gotten blue screened or frozen or anything like that, which is what was happening. And every time I looked at an error, it was either a RAM error, it was either a driver error, or CPU overclocking. Why am I dying to that easy click? Okay, I need to focus. Good talk, but I don't know what's going on. I think it's still doing that thing from last time where I just get completely random spikes of release delay. And it's really annoying because it's just shooting me into the roof. The whole thing I changed doesn't even matter. At least it feels like it's doing that. So I guess just stay low. It's not affecting me in Wave at all. It's just this first stupid ship. Either that or I just cannot get consistent at this. Proceeds to pass it 3 times in a row. And then die to the wave every time. Here we go. This is what I expected. No way I died to the exact same... The first time I've ever died to that in the history of Geometry Dash 2 times in a row. Add a level in normal GD to a DDPS. So basically, it's, So you have a private server, right? And then what you can do is you can port it over with, like, a tool, and you can just do it. But I doubt that you're gonna have to do that. There's gonna be a main GDPS. There's gonna be just a main 2.1 GDPS when 2.1 comes out. That's gonna have a bunch of levels, and it'll probably have all of the Demon List levels. Whole Demon List will probably be on there. And if not, you'll have to figure it out. Not much I can really do about that. But I guarantee there's going to be a 2.1 GDPS that's like everyone goes to, that all the top players are going to be using and stuff like that. And it's probably going to have all the Demon List levels. And I expect that there'd probably be a way to port them over that I would hope would be public. I'm gonna try and beat Thana. That's a reasonable next step. Just progressively go up in difficulty. Yeah, then you would probably want to go, like, even though I hated it, probably like Hypersonic, because as much as I hate to admit it, it's really good for progressing skill-wise. It is really good. If you want to do something that you don't care about how good it is, and you just need to progress, Hypersonic's really good. Yeah. That's probably why you're, hold on. That's probably why you're just flying through Accu. If you have 70% on Hypersonic, and then you also have a bunch of progress on Glisten, that's probably why you're flying through Accu. This, for me, is a jump. This is like a jump of, I think it's almost 200 spots. 100 to 200 spots, anywhere in there. That's how much harder this is than Hypersonic. This is the one part I can't get consistent at. And it's a little frustrating. It's one of the easiest things in the world. It's just, I can't do it. And it's not just 51, it's every click. Every click has become fair game. I need to go later on something to be lined up right. I'm not lined up right for that 51 click. I don't know how I died at this part. I genuinely do not know. I'm literally trying to, like, click earlier, click later, mess around with when I'm clicking at timings, and I'm not dying to anything. Other than 51. I've died to 51 15 times in a row right now. Something like that. This is insane. Yeah, that is an issue. You can't land that bad. That was perfect alignment. Yeah, just like that. If I can somehow align like that every time. Like the last 2 times even. Might be over. I'm gonna die to 95. I already know. I'm guaranteed dying to 95. Just nerves-wise, that is something that will kill me. And it will be the worst fail I ever have on a level. 90. I could die to 99 on Bloodbath, and that would never be worse. Even if it was 95 fluke from 2% on this level, and Bloodbath took me 17 years, and I died to 99. It just never would be worse. 95 is just the penultimate death on this level. Anywhere from 95 on would be the worst possible death. Like, we're starting to go up even after that, where nothing could be worse on that level. Dang it, I have to click there. I'm not clicking, that's my issue. You're not gonna try to beat it again? You see, that's loser mentality. That is an absolute loser mentality. That's how you get nowhere with this game. If you die to 99 on a level and you just give up, that is loser mentality. That means that the level beat you and you are mentally extremely weak. Not trying to be rude or anything, but if you die to 99 and drop a level, you're mentally weak. Now, I've died to the end of levels and taken breaks, but I've always come back and finished them off. It's just you're mentally weak. You're not built for this game if you're gonna die to the end of level and just give up. Now, if you die in, like, the 80s, and you play it for more, you put more time into it, and you just can't get it done, and you're like, okay, I need to move on, there's just no point doing this, like, I feel like with this level right now, then okay, that's completely different. But if you quit a level solely based on a death, and you let that death be the sole reason you quit a level, extremely weak mentally. The thing is, with this game, the farther you get into it, the more you progress in difficulty, the harder and harder the ends begin to become. Like, the more and more that you're gonna be dying at those ends and have those end deaths that are just gonna make you want to give up. But you have to be able to just persevere through and not use them as a negative thing and use them just completely as motivation. Doesn't matter how many times you died there. Like, cool, it sucks. Oh well. Still, it's just like, you're gonna die to something like 98 multiple times on anything that's like harder. Once you start to get into the harder levels, it gets harder and harder to fluke levels. I'll never fluke anything from anywhere before 80%, ever. If I was going to do that, it was going to be on like some kind of insane demon or easy extreme. It's just not going to happen because of the fact that endings are just going to get tougher and tougher. And I'm already really bad at endings on levels. So it's just anything 80 and before, I will never fluke as a new hardest. As a demon level. From Club Step on, I mean, like, I don't remember what percent I fluked the Nightmare from, like, that was my 4th demon. I don't remember what percent I fluked that. I don't remember what percent I fluked frickin' Platinum Adventure from. I just don't remember. Those, they completely are irrelevant. Club Step is the real, when you talk about, like, every new hardest you've beaten, Club Step's that first one. Club Step is basically demon number 1. And since then, I have not fluked anything from earlier than 86. 86 is the earliest my worst death has been. And ever since then, I've died at 88 past on every level. And every level that I've died to 88 at, which I think is like 2 or 3, the level ends at 98, which means it's the last 10%. If I beat this level, fluke from 86, it would be basically breaking the curse of me dying to the last 10% of every new hardest that I do. Man, I cannot get this down. I got it down for 2 minutes. I had 2 minutes where I was consistent at this shit. It's because I'm not focusing. I'm like, seriously, I'm not focusing. I'm getting distracted. Everybody's all bringing in these crazy conversations, and I have to debate with them. This is why I don't stream public when I'm doing new artists, because I literally cannot focus on the level. I just sit and I ramble on about something. It's just completely why I've stopped doing it. I don't know if I'll stream a single time publicly with my next new artist, whatever it is. I don't think I'll stream a single time. In fact, I'd be really surprised if I did. I might just do the entire thing in private. Since nobody's gonna watch these new hardest streams anyway. Only thing anybody will ever watch in the Geometry Dash community is level requests. And it's true. That's not an incorrect statement. That is completely factual. Man, dude, it's the first 3%. First 3% accounts for 90% of my deaths on this level. I died to the first 3% more than I've died to any level. I probably have like 10,000 deaths to the first 3% of this level. Maybe more. When I beat this, I have to find whatever kind of attempts that I can salvage from old, which is going to be a lot. Otherwise, I'm going to have to make like an estimate at 20k. Then I'm going to have to count how many I have now. Then I'm going to have to figure out exactly how many I had originally before I started playing this. How many old attempts, and subtract that from the total count, because those are already counted. And then I'm going to have to add like 4,000 on for lost attempts to blue screens. Just in general, 4,000 attempts probably have been lost. Maybe all of them, though. I made like only have like 5K. I don't know. Let's see. How many do I have here? 5K. 4K, though. That's the thing. I think I had probably like 1K. So that's about 9,000. 850. Plus 4,000 plus like 20,000. It adds up real quick. That might be like really realistic, actually. That's a lot. Which is how it should have been. Sad that I'm not going to have my real attempt count, though. Alright, let's focus and beat this level. Okay, I'm the only person to die to that spike, like, ever. Nobody dies to that, dude. Nobody who's good at the game. Good enough at the game to beat this, at least. Nobody who's decent at the game, even, ever dies there consistently. I die to that a lot. At least 5 times per session. Maybe 10. If I'm really struggling, I'll die there like 15. In one session. That's more than, like, half the community, or half the people who beat this combined. Like, whole time. I have so many deaths like that on so many levels, it's insane. There are so many sections that I get to say that I've died there the most. Hundreds of sections. I wish that was a flex. If that was a flex, I'd be, like, really popular. Finally, dude. Actually back. Aftermath is not the worst. Aftermath is nowhere near the worst. It might be the best in the trilogy. I haven't put enough time into Bloodbath to, I haven't put, enough time into Bloodbath to tell if it's good or not. But I don't even need to play a single attempt on Cataclysm to say that it is by far the worst level in the trilogy. It is so bad. Cataclysm is easily worse. Cataclysm's probably a top 10 worst extreme in the game. If people could stop living in the past, they would realize that Cataclysm's terrible. And most people do realize it's bad, but they would realize that it's probably one of the worst extremes in the game. Who cares about nostalgia, bro? Like it's bad. It's between this and Bloodbath. And the thing is, they're both equally balanced. Like, their balancing is both equal. So you can't really say that the whole reason why this level's terrible is because of the balancing. So you can't really put that into play anymore. So that's why I think that this is probably better. Because the second half in this is so much better than any other, like, 30-second part of Cataclysm and Bloodbath. Nothing even tops 45 to 100 on this level. Nothing comes close. This is probably the best level in the trilogy. It's a pain to play, but overall, alone, it just is. There's no way, right? Like, there's just no way I've died to that 2% span. Basically, that click. 4 ship attempts in a row. There's just no way. That is literally the easiest click in the entire level. Probably. I mean, there are a billion clicks that could qualify for the easiest click of the entire level. But when it comes to consistency, that and 59 are probably like the 2 easiest clicks of the level. Like, how on earth have I died there 4 straight ship attempts? I never die there in practice. I never die there in runs. I never die there from 0. It's just random. As soon as I'm finally consistent, of course. Four times today. It's just in... No, 3 times today, 4... brain damage, obviously. I'm talking too much. I need to shut up. That's the issue with this session. I'm talking too much. Which I guess if I want to be entertaining, yes, kind of have to do that. But I'm getting into too many arguments with chat. Which is not really arguments. It's just me ranting about what my side of the story is, right? What I believe. And it's completely destroying anything that I could possibly have positive from this session. So I need to just focus. Just focus on Aftermath. And not the level itself. Focus on playing it. Focus on what's happening with it right now. Not like, is it a good level or bad level? I need to do something easier after this. I really do. Something that I'm going to enjoy. I need to do an easy extreme that I'm going to enjoy. That'll take me some time, but I'm going to enjoy it. It's time to go full focus on something that I'm going to love. Because this? Nah. Hypersonic? Especially not. I never really enjoyed Thana in any way. Until after I beat it. Levels like Stalemate, Fake of Doom, and Troll level I all hated. Last new hardest I enjoyed was Toe 3. But that's just because it's Toe 3, and Toe 3 is a good level. That's the last new hardest that I didn't absolutely hate. Man, I am just struggling today. Like, I had the consistency to beat it, but I just can't play well. I can't piece everything together. Which there is no way I was getting anywhere close to beating this today. But I would have expected that I would have at least gotten somewhere. In 40 minutes, I would have at least gotten to the UFO. At least gotten to anywhere in the ship. I have gotten nowhere. And it's starting to get frustrating. Like, what was that click delay? Holy crap. That was insane click delay. Like, I'm so close to just getting somewhere. Best stretch I've ever had at this UFO. That's not true, but now this is the best I can possibly do, and it's still really bad. It's the 60s, man. It's now the 60s. At least things are shifting a little bit. It's just easy death too. I don't worry about that though. I don't worry about dying there. I just think it won't happen. Then again, I've died to everything possible, so I don't know. Not 74 yet, though. I might want to double click. I don't know. Probably not. There's probably just no point. I need to go later. I'm going way too early. I'm setting myself up for a frame perfect. I need to get this, like, going, dude. I need to get, like, a flow here. I cannot get this wave down right now, and it's really just hurting everything. Everything's completely negative. I don't even know what that was. Damn it. No way. Have to get to the ship from here. I'm literally playing till I get to the ship. Which isn't hard. Should do it this attempt. Did it. If only I clicked there, man. Man, I get such a chance right now. Got such an opportunity to do something. I need to do it, though. Like, I feel like I'm starting to align myself with the situation where I'm going to get to the 60s a lot again. But maybe even more than last time. I feel like that's what we're gearing up for. Like a huge stretch of getting to the 60s. And that's when I'm going to beat it. Once I do that, it's over. Because if I brute force the 60s, I'm going to get multiple attempts to the 70s again. And it's going to be over. Especially if I start clicking at the 60s. Especially if that starts getting consistent again. What we're gearing for, it's definitely, definitely close. It just feels like with the way my consistency is setting itself up, it feels like not much more work has to be done before I get another shot at this. Which, to be fair, it's not like saying, like, this is easy, no work. I've put in so much work to get back to that. I had that stretch where I was really good, and then I've been, the past few weeks, playing a lot, trying to get back to where I was. Where I had one session that was, or a span of 2 sessions that were better than any other, every other time I've played this level combined. It's a better attempt count than any other time I've played this level. In a span of 2 days, I got more attempts past the ship than I've gotten everything combined. I actually was able to speak back then. Yeah, I spoke English then. Pretty crazy. Which I don't do that anymore. I speak, stutter. Yeah. But I think I'm pretty close. I think things are lining up for another shot at this. The way that the ship is starting to fall together, the way that the wave is starting to fall together. Because right now I'm having bursts of consistency. And it's going to change from that to actual full-on consistency. I'm, like, closing it all off. It's the thing is, I've got the consistency, but it's stretched out. It's, like, split up. Which is overall less consistency, because I'm not as consistent for as long. But if I can bridge all that together and form just one big chunk of consistency, that'd be huge. That would be huge. Because that is how I got 85, 83, 80 in that stretch. That's how that stretch began. I was gearing up for it. I didn't realize it. I was gearing up for it, and everything all pulled together. I didn't realize I was going to get as consistent that I got. Because a couple weeks ago when I had that span of, I think it was like 17 hours where I spent 9 playing this level, or something absolutely ridiculous like that, that was some of the most quality playtime I've had in this game. I've never really been like that before. Especially, I got to the end so many times, and this is literally the most first half heavy extreme in probably the entire bottom half of the whole all Extreme Demons. This is probably the most first half heavy level in the whole bottom half. I mean, I haven't played them all, but just because of the fact that this is extremely first half heavy. This is like insanely first half heavy. And there's like, what? We're probably getting close to 700. So that's like out of 350 extremes. 350, 400 extremes. That's, because I feel like another candidate would be Bloodbath, which I don't think is as first half heavy as this, solely because of the fact that it's Etzer's part is a big jump again. G-Boy is pretty hard, and literally for me personally, because of my skill set, the hardest part of the level is like partially in the second half a little bit. So, I mean, it does get consistent. Bloodbath is very first half heavy, but it's just, it doesn't compare to this. 45 to 100 is so much easier than getting there. It's insane. Exactly, that's like what I'm meaning. Probably not list, but top 200 for sure. It'd also have to be extended by like 20 seconds. Probably to the beginning. It'd probably need like 20 more seconds of the same difficulty, but it's not that close, though. But that's not fun, though. That's, like, really annoying. That's literally extremely unbalancing. That's not a grammatically correct sentence. That is literally the definition of terrible balancing. If it's like this part is like top 300 difficulty, this part is top 500 difficulty, this part is top 100 difficulty, this part is medium demon difficulty. You see what I mean? It gets to a point where it's just bad. It's just not a good level at that point. That's how Hypersonic is. Like, the beginning's really easy, and then, what's it called? Serpunge, is pretty difficult, but it's not that bad. And then you get to Manix, which is really hard. Then you get to Trash's part, which is, like, still pretty hard, but a little bit less. And then you get to Rustam, which is free, easiest part of the level. And then you get to Nazca, which is, like, really choke point heavy timing-wise. There's, like, 2 timings that are really hard, but the rest is only slightly harder than Nazca. And then you get to Zenthic, which is really hard. Then you get Viperin, which is free. Then you get Pam, which is really hard again. Then you get Evasium, which is super free. Then you get, Ealer, which is even easier. And then you have, freaking Terran, which is the hardest part of the level. And that's the worst thing I've ever done. That is easily the worst level I have ever played. But the thing is, when you make a really unbalanced level like that, it doesn't, the break parts don't work as break parts. It ends up making the level harder than it should be, just because of the fact that you've got all this hard stuff around you, and you have to focus more on that, spend more time on that, that the easier stuff, it elevates it in difficulty because you're not focusing on that as much. And also, generally, if you have choke points surrounded by easier stuff, it's just generally, in general, the easier stuff's way harder. That's why Hypersonic's impossible. Because the easier stuff, like Nazca, which I should have been really consistent at, or like Viperin, or Evasium, big example, it wasn't consistent. Finally. There's no way. There is just no way. That is a 1 in a trillion stretch that I'm having at this ship. 1 in a trillion. Like, this is insane. I might have more deaths to the first 2% that you can actually die to of the ship than... I might have more deaths to the first 2% of the ship in the last 2 sessions than everybody else combined. Not everybody else combined, but any other person total when beating the level. It is just insane how much I have died at the beginning of the ship. Like, I'm doing it perfectly fine in practice. It's just like 30%. It's just no matter what I do, I cannot pass it. I thought that time I cleared the click and the release, and I was like, okay, we're good. And I was already starting to focus on making sure I got 38 right, and then passing the ship. That could have been a really good attempt. Any of these ball attempts could. I'm selling. I'm completely wasting this all away again, like I always do. I'm turning this from what it should be, which is patches of consistency, into absolutely nothing, solely because of the fact that I'm dying to easy gameplay that in no world I should be dying to. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. There is no world where that should ever happen. That death right there that just happened, it should never happen from zero, ever, period. And I've died to 34 to 35 5 times in 2 sessions. Never should happen once. If it happens once, that's considered a wasted attempt. Like, complete, absolute garbage death. Like, who does that? 5 times. Now just think what I did 2% earlier to something equally as easy when I died there 13 out of 15 times. It's just, I can't do it. I'm not... I don't know. I need to just focus. This first ship needs to be consistent now. For me to go on a little run here, it needs to get consistent, like, in the next 5 minutes. Because session time's dwindling away. I'm sitting here doing what I've done every single time I've ever played any level in this game. Wasting everything. Playing 10,000 times worse than I should be. The fact that I don't get, like, really good sessions where I play, I don't improve with this game. It's completely luck-based how I'm gonna play. Which, like, I guess to an extent that happens to everybody. Like, oh, I'm just not having a good day. But no, it's 90% of days I'm not having a good day. And then randomly out of nowhere, I'm just gonna have a random day where I just play exceedingly well. Or random stretch of days. And then I just fall apart again. And then once I get right at the end, I finally get that last stretch. And then I'm done with it, consistent with it till the end. Because, like, with Aku, I was really consistent when I beat it. With Thana, I was really consistent when I beat it. For me to beat something difficult, I have to take advantage of extreme consistency. And I can't even do that. I really struggle even with that. So it's an issue. I'm talking way too much this stream. I've spent the entire time talking really fast. I just need to focus. I can't stop talking, though. Like, I literally cannot. My brain is forcing me to talk. It's just another thing that my brain is doing to stop me from beating this level. That's literally all it is. Just another thing that my brain is trying to do to stop me. I don't have any control over it. Dang it, died to the only click of the ball. Literally the only click of the ball. That's what it's turned into. It's literally what it is for this session. Last session it wasn't even a click. God, I cannot do this first ship, dude. It's so easy. This is the easiest thing in the world. See how... There's no way, dude. Just let me do something. Like, just straight up let me speak for 2 seconds while playing this game. Thanks. See how easy that was, dude? It was so easy. It's literally so easy, but I still physically cannot do it, no matter what. I'm terrible at the game. That's the whole issue. I'm not good at the game. Not good enough at the game. I'm terrible. My big issue with this wave is at 21, I'm setting myself up for failure. Setting myself up for a frame-perfect release. I'm not holding long enough, and half this clicks. God, what even is that click delay? Like, that is, like, an insane spike of click delay. It was not... There you go. Just perfect. $1945. Whoa. That's my favorite year. What even is that, dude? My ship literally just stopped. Wave attempts should not be this scarce, dude. It's like once every 10 attempts, which is really, really bad. That is, like, really bad. To beat this level, you gotta be, like, once every 4 attempts. In stretches. You gotta be like, boom, 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 wave attempt, wave attempt, wave attempt. Bad attempt, wasted attempt, wasted attempt. Bad death. Should never die there. Never should die there. Never should die there. Really easy. Really easy. I need to start overthinking this ship. Just like completely focusing on everything. Not just remembering, not letting my brain do the thing, because my brain doesn't want to do this. My brain is given up. So now I have to manually do everything. Can't hold too long there. My brain has nothing to do with this level anymore. Unless I die. That's half the time, that's my brain sabotaging. I'm gonna turn this into pure insane consistency right now. That's what has to happen right now. That's like 20 out of 50 attempts died to 8%. Oh my god, I wish I could speak, dude. It's starting to get so annoying. Like, dude, brain, do correctly. Thanks. Stop completely cutting me off mid-sentence. Like, I'm accessing my brain to try and remember what or think of what I'm gonna say. And it just completely cuts me off, and I'm left stranded. I have to think of something new right there on the spot, which takes a second. And I'm just not a fluent speaker because of it. It just completely destroys any kind of way I can talk. And then I second think. I don't know. I don't know how to word that. There was a word that was in my head, and then my brain did this thing where it just completely cuts me off. Alright, I need to focus. Get actual consistency. I'm so tired of this. It's so annoying. I've played so bad. This is the easiest part of the level. It's gonna be the most consistent part of the level when I actually learn how to do it. Instead of just continuously do it wrong. Man, I am really struggling with the second half of the wave. Really bad. More than ever. The mini wave section, man, I can't do it. Why am I setting myself up for a frame perfect, dude? I can't keep doing this. It's just not gonna work. I have to go late. I have to be hugging that wall, dude. I don't know why I can't get that into my head. Why my brain can't or understand that. If only I could speak, dude. If only I could actually speak English. Or any language at all. It'd be so helpful. It would genuinely be the most beneficial thing ever. Ever in the history of humanity. What is that, Death, dude? Like, how on earth do I even do that? How do I click or... It's just like I say things that I'm not meaning to say. I have this word in my head, prepared for the next part of the sentence, and I just completely swap it out. My brain's like, here, try this one instead. That's straight up what my brain does. It's like, here, try this one instead. It'll probably be better, even though it's significantly worse. This is really bad, dude. I've never played this bad at the Wave. And it's really starting to get demotivating. Because I should be doing better. Always should be doing better. I'm always playing way worse than I should be. I need a break. This is the worst session ever. There you are. I'm gonna like this, so I have it. This is the... Nah. This is like the worst star position ever. Star position copy ever created. Now I will conversate with people because I'm actually not trying to focus on a really hard level. I'm starting to get curious, dude. Show object info keeps turning itself off. Also, so does the practice thing. I need... What am I looking for? Maybe it's in here. Duration lines. Enable link controls. And... What is it? Select filter. That's what it is. Select filter. Now we're select all. Am I missing something? There it is. There are straight up 4-star positions. Straight up 4-star positions. Okay, there needs to be one at the ball. Yes, there is. I need one there. There is. I need one there. Yes, there is. That's it. I guess I'll go at the end of this ship. I'll go one here, actually. Even though the pure end's really close. Actually, no, there's tons. And I'll get a start position there. You... That should work. We will place a start position there. And there. And here, probably. And then here. Probably it for start positions. I won't need anything after that. Let's go. Looks like we're running 300 really smooth today. Good. At least at this part. Gotta go really late there. Okay, that run was easy. Oh, my ear. Dang. Could have done the thing. Nope. What is happening? I'm getting bugged. Wait, what? Why is it just not registering a single thing? I'm so confused. That's a bug. That is for sure a bug. That is an ultra mega bug. Because last time I checked, this level was possible. So... I'm tired. I haven't interacted with chat at all in forever. There we go. Hold on, can I do this just one hand now? No. Almost. Almost. Did I ever get this to 100? I don't know. Not from here. Maybe I did. Or take long to do it again. I just have to do that click. This last line of orbs is hard. Well, I guess it's not the last one. There's one more after here. I just want to see something real quick. Okay, that's not hard. Ugh. Why does that happen? Yeah, I think I got this, and I was trying to do just a little bit earlier. Man. I forgot to start clicking. I almost had it, though, I think. I wasn't even looking. Ah, you have to go again sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna have to mash there. Because I just can't, I can't do it. I can't do it. After playing a whole level, I just can't do it with one hand. I don't know why my 70 to 100 got... 77 to 100 got wiped, but okay. Man. Only I could click a frame earlier. I literally spammed at like 70 CPS. Like, what is happening there? Is that a bug? I can only die to that click, and I've died it a billion times because it's possible to die there, so I will. Oh, it's all about alignment. I'll definitely click faster there. When it actually comes down to things. One frame off.
Hi. You know what Jacob wants me to say?
What?
He beat Toe too.
Cool. Good for him. Okay. No, what a stupid death spin easy click. Come on, man. I need a click. Oh my god. But somehow not get that alignment. Chronicle Depression top 1, question mark. Ah. No, dude, I didn't buffer those two. You basically had to buffer. Oh, I could have had 66 to 100 again. Which took me like an hour last time. Now it's not taking me that long. No! What happened? I always assume when I see a freeze that something bad happened. Okay, it's just Geometry Dash. It's not death. Not this again. Guys, we get this in live action. Where's yes? Where's yes? No. Yes! I gotta find the yes button over here. I don't know what's going on. Can I Windows tab my way out? Hold on. Okay. Let's reload Geometry Dash and see if we can get one last run at Aftermath. See if we can get anywhere past the ship. Probably got like 20 minutes. 20 minutes of playtime that I don't know if it crashed or if I actually closed it. I think I actually closed it. $70. Not. Oh, I did the scroll to 80. Okay, yes. So it did count. Probably because I alt-tabbed, though. Alright, let's go. One last stretch for the day. Not for the day, but for now. Then we'll take a break, see if we can boot together later. This is where I focus. Get good attempts. I need to get at least 5 wave passes. So I have to get there. That's the whole part. I have to get to the wave enough. Which, the whole issue of getting there has been straight fly. Which shouldn't be it. I should be getting better at straight fly, but I'm getting worse somehow. I got significantly worse somehow, so I have to fix that. Well, no, I'm only good at straight fly. I'm great at straight fly anywhere except for the end. Where I was good at. Dude, dying to that spike is one of the worst feelings in the world. It's so easy to click. That's just me trying to be cool in straight fly. Which I have to straight fly there, to be honest, or else I go too high. So I don't know, I'm just not good at that transition. It's just not very fair, in my opinion. It's a terrible transition. Because you just have no time to react. You have to go straight into a straight fly after dropping down. You go straight out of a straight fly right into in the middle of a portal and just fall for like 2 blocks, and you have to do more straight fly. It's annoying. And it's the hardest part of the ship. The hardest part of this beginning part. Shouldn't be hard. I should be really good at it, honestly. I should be perfect at that by now. Because I've shown stretches where I can be perfect. I just can't make that everyday life. 8% shouldn't be this many deaths. 8 to 9 shouldn't be this many deaths. But I die there more than any other part. I have a worse pass rate at 8 to 9% than 16%. Or 15, or 17, or... I don't know, anything. Even 1%. It's just crazy how many times I've died to freaking 8%. The last freaking thing of the whole ship. If I get consistent at that, the whole ship's down. And I just can't do it. I go through stretches where I go 20, 30 attempts without passing the ship. And in that time, 90% of them are 90% deaths. Or 1. Or 3. 1, 3, 8, 9. 4% out of a 10% part. It's not hard in any way. It shouldn't be inconsistent in any way. I'm just terrible at this game, dude. I have to put in so much work for no reason. All the work that I put in is a waste of time. Because I put in more work than anybody else. That's not true. But most people who play this game, I actually put in work to everything that I have to do. The smallest little thing, I have to put in hundreds of hours of work. Every little thing. Where most people would play for 5 minutes and they could achieve that. So it's extremely demotivating how bad I am at this game. How slow of a learner I am and how terribly I progress. Which is why this level was supposed to be different. It was supposed to be finally the level where I broke the trend and changed. Became a little bit faster at progressing. Got a little bit luckier. I was so close. All I had to do was literally just beat the level when I got to the end. And I didn't do that, and then everything went wrong. Everything went downhill. I got worse and worse at the level every single day. And we're here now where I can't beat it. I was in the home stretch for about like 2-3 weeks, and now I'm gone. I got that first 86 attempt up until like last week, and that's when the window closed. Of being in the home stretch. I'm not there anymore. I've completely fell backwards. I've regressed so hard in this level, it's insane. It's probably going to take till 2.2 to finish this. It's going to take another month. Month and a half even. It might even take me 2 months to beat this level. I just don't know anymore. Come on, dude. That is such a pathetic death, dude. Come on. Out of anything I could die or could have died to. That? Like, I know I die there often, but that's the only click I've been dying to today. And it's not hard. Well, I said like 5 wave passes. I'm gonna need 15 to get past the ship. And I'm not gonna get 15 in 10 minutes. You know? I'm not gonna get 15 in 10 hours. I'm not gonna get 15 in 10 days. That's how terrible I'm playing. How much I've completely just lost everything with this level. I've completely lost all my skill in this game. It all disappeared down the drain for no reason. Because I took a regular 4-day break that I always take. Always. Every single week. Every last one. For the past, my whole life even. Just a regular 4-day break, and I lose everything. Half the week, don't play the level like normal, and it just all goes away. It doesn't make any sense why I am just this week so much worse than I've ever been. And why in the last 2 weeks I've regressed all the way back to the beginning. Back to the beginning stages of consistency. That's where I'm at right now. I'm back to the very, very beginning. I have to rebuild 2 months worth of consistency, and it's so anger-inducing. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do it. I don't know how I'm mentally going to be able to beat this level. If I'm back, I've literally been set back 2 months in a span of 2 weeks. I don't know. I just don't know. I had my window to beat it, and I didn't. And now I'm never beating this. I had my window, and it's completely closed off forever. The only chance I was ever getting at this, the only chance I'll ever get, I wasted it. Buying just stupid crap in the 80s. I should have been... Even last week, like, I got back to where I needed to be. Getting to the 70s a couple times. Or 60s a couple times, I mean... It was just the inconsistency stretch of the 30s. Late, or beginning of the 30s. It's just, how on earth am I supposed to will myself back? How am I supposed to will myself back? I'm not mentally built for this. I'm not mentally built for restarting everything. It's just, I'm not. I'm physically and mentally not. It just, I cannot do it. So I don't know. I'm never beating this. I just can't. Best I can do today is 36. Like, no, 35 even. That's the best I can do. 35. Twice. That's all I got. It's just there's no completion anywhere in the next 3 weeks. There's no completion on the horizon. I'm never beating this. I physically and mentally am never going to be capable of this. Every single session I say it. Every last one. And every time I say it, I'm correct. Still haven't beat it. 2.5 months now. Still haven't beat it. Still haven't come close. Well, I came close. And I ruined it. It just died out. That's literally what happened. My consistency died out. My stretch ended. And now I'm never beating this. One more wave pass and I'm done. I'll probably let Sleep Up just do its thing, I guess. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to play this anymore. I just mentally cannot bring myself to play this level anymore. It's becoming more and more difficult every session. I'm back at the stretch where I want to play this, but, like, I don't understand what's coming ahead of me. I really thought that I was really close to that consistency coming back. I really thought. I don't know why I thought that, because I've never been good at the game. So, I don't know. I don't know what kind of delusion I had going on in my brain to think that there was any chance of me getting good at the game again. But no. Doesn't matter. It's all bleak. Come on! It's so frustrating. Just do it. Do what you're supposed to. I don't know what more I have to do to get my brain to actually do this right. I have been sitting here for 2.5 months playing this level for 6 hours a week. Over and over and over. For, who knows, 10, 12 weeks? Not 12. 10, 11 weeks. And it just can't do it. What? I got a void click. Nope, I am not ending on a void click. We're just not. We're not ending on my G502 screwing me over like it does every other session. We're just not ending that way. I am not ending that way. I'm not gonna let my mouse decide when my session ends. I decide. It's like, okay, you got where you need to. Session ends. This whole self-doubt thing is only going to grow worse with the longer this takes me. I need to beat this before it becomes an issue. And I just quit. I'm not going to do this. If this takes me longer than 2 more weeks, I'm giving up. At the end of next week, I will evaluate the situation and see if I need to just give up. Because if I have this consistency right now at the end of next week, I'm quitting. I'm quitting the level. I'm done. I'm dropping it permanently. I'm never beating this. But if I come in and by the end of there, I've gotten back to like 80 and I've gotten that consistency back, I'm not going to give up till the end of the next week because I'm not going to waste the chance. But if I sit in that stretch for 2 weeks and I can't pull it off, I just don't know. I don't know if I can if I'm capable of playing until the end of that again, watching it all come crashing down. I just don't know if I'm capable of that anymore. Because I sat and I watched this all crumble, and it was the worst thing I've ever seen. It was the worst thing I've ever had to feel. Sitting and watching all my work turn into a waste. It's just 2.5 months for a waste. I can't do it. I can't sit and watch. If it turns into 3 months, I can't sit and watch 3 months of work go to nothing. Because that's where we're headed now. A 3-month stretch to beat this level. We're on our way there. I might be at 3 weeks. Might literally end of next week is 3 months. I might be that at that point. I'm either 2 months and 2 weeks or 2 months and 3 weeks. Nope, no level requests. Just straight up no. Can you have mod? No. You're not just gonna walk in here and get everything. You have to earn it. You have to be consistent, you have to be active, and you have to be somebody who gains my trust. You have to be somebody who I could go look at chat right now and be like, if you're gonna do the whole fake YouTuber gimmick, put fake in front of your name. You literally gotta put fake in front of your name, because then it becomes funny. If you're just like, straight up just, like you put your name as Eric Van Wilderman, that's not funny. But if you put your name as fake Eric Van Wilderman, it's kind of funny. And like you embrace it, like you gotta really embrace it, then it can become really funny. No, you cannot. You cannot have mods. You'll become Woolsey. Okay, but like put fake in front of it. And just embrace it, because it's just better. Because not only are you entertained, it entertains other people too. Bro is straight up some crazy bot. Like, bro is straight up a crazy bot. Yeah, this is a bot, bro. Why is there a bot in my chat? Like, bro's straight up sitting here assuming it's an Android camera. Like, bro straight up comes in here and says, can you play my level? Can I have mod? Can I mod on the Discord server? Why are you playing from an Android camera? What? Like, how do you just assume? Alright, probably just one more attempt past 16, and I'm done. You're not Kai Guy. This whole thing right here is not funny. You're probably a bot, and I'm gonna time you out. I think it's best if you were timed out. Because you're literally spamming. Can you have moderator? No, you cannot. Just explained it to this other guy. Chat is popping right now, but I just explained it to this other guy. You gotta work for it, and I have to look at chat and be like, it would be a good idea to make them mod. Nope, didn't pass 16. They're heartbroken. Well, you can have mod if you work for it. You have to be active and consistent. Unlike Rebel, who's the worst mod my channel's ever had. Can I play Bloodbath? No. Can you have mod? Why does everybody want mod right now, bro? This is, like, not a circus. I don't know. It would be a good You guys are, like, all just asking for mod. This is crazy. No. Do we need to set a rule, no asking for mod? No, I don't think I can. Will this be the last attempt? Yep, it was. Alright, that's the end.